So we know that Matrix Keyboards does some of the best packaging in the game, but today we got an early look at their cable, matching keycaps, and mouse pad that's going to be a part of the Faker collection. So this is already live on their site. That's up for pre-order, supposed to be shipping in October. And we've also got the T1 collaboration mouse pad as well that we'll take a look at later on in the video. But let's go ahead and start off with the mouse pad, since it's going to be the backdrop for the desk. Oh, check out the vibrancy, and it's pretty big too. We got the Faker logo here, so I think that looks pretty clean. It's just printed on the mouse pad. And we also have the T1 logo here. Faker is a player for T1, which they are a League of Legends team, so he's like a pro League of Legends team.
Do it look like I give? Do it look like I give? I don't.
I know that like Matrix teamed up with them a while ago, and this is going to be probably their first collaboration. This is the T1 cable. This actually is not that bad. This is a lot better than some of the older Matrix cables that I have. But as you can see, the coils are pretty straight, so they have improved at least a little bit in terms of the coil cable department. Problem is this doesn't match with the Faker keycaps that we're about to unbox next. Either way, we'll use it. Honestly, I am a little bit impressed with Matrix. These are a lot better than the ones they had before. Before, like, the ends were kind of like hanging a little bit, and I didn't really give them like too harsh feedback the last time, but I was making sure that this time around they did a much better job with the cables. Before, I thought they were like, they're okay, especially for the price. It's kind of hard to critique them when at the time there wasn't really much else other than a couple other cable companies that were near their price. I'm actually pretty surprised with how straight this cable is. Like, it looks really good. I like how they have the brand printed on the shrink wrap as well, and yeah, so far no real complaints with the cable. I do wish that the device end was a little bit shorter, but otherwise it's a pretty good cable, I would say, for the price. Now we've got the Faker keycaps. This is almost like an Apple unboxing. Before we look at the keycaps, I just want to talk about this box real quick. Like, some of the best packaging in the game for keycaps, better than GMK even. Let's go ahead and lift these keycaps out. Let's see here. These are Die Sub Legends, and they're also Cherry Profile, which is, I believe, a first for Matrix. Before, they were all OEM profile, but I believe they want to break into the enthusiast community just a little bit. So the move over to Cherry Profile, especially with like legends like this, is probably a lot better for economics. And they also are in the appropriate profile, which a lot of enthusiasts like to use. And as you can see, you get a keycap puller, a T1 key, which will probably go on like your escape or something like that. But you do get a set for an entire keyboard for $55, which is not horrible. Now, I will say that on the numbers, some of the numbers look really weird, but honestly speaking, I'm not gonna put these on any keyboard at all. But these legends actually look pretty cool. I like that I can probably use these on the right side of a 65%, which is what I plan to do. So we'll see how well they format and look, if they are raised just a little bit too high, but I think these will be fine. Then we have the primary keycap set. So we got the Faker enter key here, matrix key for your Windows keys, and then you've also got like this galaxy fade design going on the right side. So I think that looks pretty cool. I'm actually glad that they kind of stopped it here, because it gives it enough of a look to be unique, and then you just kind of go off with a regular looking keycap set other than these legends, which I'm not sure like what language these are from, but they look okay. I don't really mind them. Having the double legends I think looks kind of cool and is a little bit different. The only thing that I will say is that the print of the legends are a little bit bigger than I would typically like to see, but they don't look bad, and they're not centered as well. They are in the appropriate position, but I would like to see these not be in like a bold-ish print. Like, I would like to see it just be a little bit skinnier, but otherwise, design wise, I think that it looks good. Since we got these Faker keycaps, I figure we might as well go ahead and build a quick keyboard. This one's already built, but we're just going to try out some new switches. These are the new Gateron G Pro Milkies that I'll have a link in the description below, and these are just some new Gateron Yellow G Pros. Basically, they're just an updated version of Gateron Yellow switches that feature tighter housings and better tolerances. Oh, I'm putting the switch in upside down. What a noob. We're just plopping these on our KBD75V2 and do a quick sound test of these Faker keycaps for you guys on a fresh keyboard build. So we got the keyboard build done with our KBD75V2 and our Gateron Yellow switches, which this is a 65% keyboard that uses a shorter shift key But the worst part about this keycap set is the fact that it doesn't include any shorter shifts at all. So good thing I have like this extra, because I know I do a lot of videos with keycaps and whatnot. But if I had to nail this keycap set for one thing, that would be it, by not having the shorter keys for shifts. Because since they swapped over to Cherry Profile, they know that they're gonna be marketing to some people that are interested in customizing their keyboard. They may not have a regular form factor keyboard. Like they might have a 65% that uses a shorter shift, which is becoming more and more common. So I don't know if it's gonna be in the first run, but if there is another run of this set, I want to see a shorter shift included. A shorter shift, maybe a different color spacebar. You guys can just make a spacebar pack for different color space bars. That would be very cool as well. But otherwise, I do think the feel of these keycaps are really nice. Like I can't feel the legends that are printed at all, so that's really nice. There is a slight difference in texture though from the keycaps with this Galaxy design and the keycaps without it. So these keycaps do have a little bit more of a grainier texture, where these are more smooth. They feel almost like ABS, but they are made of PBT as well. Then I also don't have any issues with like a warp space bar or anything. Like everything feels and looks pretty normal. All the modifiers look good and perform well. None of them get stuck or anything. Pretty much have nothing but good things to say about this keycap set. On the left side, just remember a little bit more of a grainier texture. On the right side of the keycap set, there is going to be a smoother texture on these keys. But otherwise, let's see how this keycap set sounds. But I want to thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys enjoy, feel free to drop a like and subscribe to the channel as well if you're new to Too Much Tech. And I will leave Matrix Keyboards linked in the description below to the Faker keycap set. And also check out Prevail Key Company, where you can get your own Gateron G Pro yellows that are pretty good switches. Here is a quick sound test, but I'll see you guys in the next video.